Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the mysteries of corporate filings so you don't have to. And today we're diving into Performant Healthcare's latest report. Let's just say they're giving us a peek behind the curtain on their recent performance, but is it a full picture or just a snapshot? Before we dive in, if you like getting these unfiltered insights into company performance, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We also have a Discord channel where we discuss these filings live, so hop in, the link is in the description below. Alright, so what we have here is a current report filed by Performant Healthcare Inc. This is essentially a notification to the public and the SEC that something significant has happened, and in this case it is related to their financial results. The company is telling us about their preliminary results for the quarter that ended on June 30th of 2025. Think of it as an early heads up before the full detailed financial statements are released. Now, these guys are traded on the Nasdaq under the ticker PQ. This tells us they are a publicly traded company and their shares are available for you and me to buy and sell. The main event here is under item 2.02, which deals with the company's results and overall financial health. They put out a press release on August 1st to announce these early numbers. This press release is the key piece of information they're sharing today, and it's attached as an exhibit. They're giving us a glimpse into how they did in the most recent quarter. Now, normally these reports can be a bit dry, but what we're really looking for is the actual story behind the numbers. Companies like Performant Healthcare operate in the healthcare services space, and they often have a lot of contracts with different clients, which can make their revenue streams a bit complex. We want to see if their growth story is really playing out. The press release talks about their outlook for revenues, profits, and something called Adjusted EBITDA. Adjusted EBITDA is a way companies try to show their operating performance excluding certain amortization. It's often used to compare companies across the industry, but remember, it's not a replacement for actual profit. What's really important here is the outlook for 2025 and beyond. Are they predicting good things or are they hedging their bets? Now, in this particular filing, we don't get those juicy financial tables directly in the 8K itself. That's typically what you'll find in a 10Q or 10K filing. This 8K is more of an announcement directing us to an external document, the press release, so we're going to have to infer what we can from the context and the forward-looking statements. This is where we need to be a little cautious. They're talking about future expectations. These are essentially educated guesses about how the company will perform. The legal text here is important because it basically says, hey, these are our best guesses, but things could change, and what actually happens might be very different. This section is truly the heart of understanding the risks. They're laying out a buffet of potential problems. Let's break down some of the most critical ones. First, long implementation periods associated with new customer contracts. This means it takes time for them to get new clients up and running and start making money from them. If these periods get longer or more complex, it delays revenue. Then there's client relationships and the company's ability to maintain such client relationships. This is crucial. If they lose clients or can't keep them happy, their revenue suffers directly. Many contracts aren't exclusive and don't guarantee a certain amount of business, so they're constantly in a battle to secure and retain that business. They also mention companies' indebtedness and compliance or failure to comply with restrictive covenants. Debt is a sword that can cut both ways. If they can manage it, it can fuel growth. But if they can't meet the terms of their loans, it can lead to serious trouble. Indebtedness can also limit their flexibility in making strategic decisions. Think of it like this: if you have a lot of debt, you have less freedom to make big purchases or investments because a large chunk of your money has to go to debt payments. The mention of downturns in domestic or global economic conditions is a standard but important warning. A recession or economic slowdown can impact their clients' ability or willingness to spend on Performant healthcare services. Also, the impact of public health emergencies, such as the COVID-19 pandemic, is a reminder that unexpected global events can dramatically disrupt business operations. Finally, they highlight the impacts of a failure of the company's operating systems or technology infrastructure, or those of third-party vendors and subcontractors, and the impacts of a cybersecurity breach. This is a big one in today's world. If their technology goes down or they get hacked, it can cripple their operations, damage their reputation, and lead to significant financial losses. The reliance on third-party vendors also adds another layer of risk. Now, while they put out this preliminary info, the specific numbers themselves aren't detailed in this 8K filing. To get the actual figures, we'd need to look at that press release they're referencing or wait for their more comprehensive quarterly report. Item 9.01 just tells us what exhibits are attached to this filing. And Exhibit 99.1 is that press release. This is where the actual financial data lives. And Exhibit 104 is the cover page in a format that computers can read easily, which is standard for SEC filings. This is a standard legal disclaimer. They're essentially telling you to go read their other filings, especially the annual report on Form 10K and any other quarterly reports for more detailed information about their risks and financial condition. It's like saying if you want the full story, check out the sequels, and this last bit is critical for anyone looking at their future projections. They are only valid as of the date of the press release, and a company is not committing to updating them if things change. So if their outlook on August 1st was rosy, but by September things looked grim, they don't have to officially update that particular forward-looking statement. It's a legal protection for them. And finally, the signature. Rohit Ramchandani, the Chief Financial Officer, has signed off on this report, confirming that, to the best of his knowledge, the information is accurate. This shows that the company's leadership is aware of and stands by this filing. So what's the big picture here for Performance Healthcare? This filing is really a heads up about their upcoming financial results. It doesn't give us hard numbers in this specific document, but it does point us to a press release that likely contains them. The detailed risk factors they've listed are significant. They operate in a competitive environment where client retention is key, and they face the usual economic and operational risks, including cybersecurity threats. Their future performance hinges on their ability to manage their debt, secure new business, and keep existing clients happy, all while navigating a potentially challenging economic landscape. Without seeing those specific numbers from the press release, it's hard to draw firm conclusions. But the company is being transparent about the factors that could impact their performance going forward. What's your take on these preliminary results and the risks? Performant Healthcare has outlined, are they positioning themselves for success, or are these warning signs of upcoming challenges? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and don't forget to subscribe for more corporate decoding. We have a fantastic community over on Discord as well, so join us there to discuss these filings and more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.